We're going to be using the clipboard. The paddle is you're going to be writing down your answers. So I'm going to say you're going to use it all. Okay. All right, so let's look and see what we have. So number 1 says, a turning or twisting force is known as, write your answer on your paddle that you think it is, and I will tell you to show it to me. Come on over, Hope. All right, let's see what your answer is, please. It is torque C, correct? So just mark it on your paper. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Mom.
Hey, silence your thing. And the first answer is C. All right, baby? You good so far? Perfect. All right, so number 2 says, given a second-class lever with a distance of 5 feet from the fulcrum and the distance 33 inches from the resistance of the fulcrum, what is the maximum amount of weight that can be lifted with 25 pounds of effort? On your board, I would like you to draw me the illustration where your numbers go. When you get done with that, if you look at my board and see if yours agrees. So let's look at the letters that I have. What is FE? Force effort. What is DE?
Distance effort.
Distance effort. And then this one here is DR. What is that?
Distance resistance.
Okay. Everybody got that on their picture. Okay. So what it's asking for now is it's asking for the mechanical advantage. So mechanical advantage. What is my formula for mechanical advantage? Well, it is distance effort over distance resistance equals force resistance over force effort. Now, with that formula, can you plug and chug what you think the answer is? Who's a calculator? Anybody? Okay. So let's see what our formula is. So we have 60 over 33 equals FR over 25. Is that the formula that you got? Okay. So how can we solve this? You can cross multiply and then divide, right? So if I did, which I did on my calculator, 60 times 25 is 150. And then divided by 33 is 45.5. So what is my answer? C. Now I want you to take a moment on your paper and write on your paper what you feel like you need to have so that you understand how to do this problem. And I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'm going to erase this because you have it on your board, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Is everybody good? All right, let's look at the next problem. Suppose a wheel is 15 inches diameter is used to turn a water valve stem with a radius of 0.95 inches. What is the mechanical advantage? Draw your picture, please. When you get done, look at my picture compared to yours and make sure you have yours right. There's a wheel is 15 inches in diameter. That's what I just did. I just labeled the wheel. And used to turn a water valve system with a radius of 0.95 inches. And I'm saying that right there is the water valve stem, 0.95. And what is the mechanical advantage? Now, why did I do 1.5 inches instead of 0.95?
1.5. So you can use a diameter.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay. So what are we looking for here? Mechanical advantage. What formula are we going to use for this one? Yep, dE over dr. And in my calculator, if I'm doing this, I would do alpha y enter to make my fraction. And I would do 15 over 1.9. And that tells me it's 7.89 is my answer. My calculator says 7.894. Yes, it is. Now remember, on your calculator, you're going to have to change your setting. What do you have to change the setting to? Hope, what setting do I need to change it to? What are we making sure we have it so we can do a certain calculation right? What here is special?
Is it the radians? Yeah. 1 degree.
It's the angle, right?
The angle.
So if we have to do that, then we have to change ours to get degree, right?
Yeah, you have to put it in degree wrong.
Degree mode.
Yes, very
So write a little note on there saying if I'm doing something with an angle, I'm going to have to put my calculator in degree mode. And what I would like you to do when we stop this, I would like you at your desk to open up your computer and use that calculator to make sure you're getting the same number. And if you're having a problem, just let me know. Okay? Here we go with gears. It says if a gear A turns 4 times, how much turns does gear C turn? So let's see what we got. We've got this gear here. We have this gear here, another gear inside of here, right? And then C, you barely can see that gear.
Okay, so are A and B on the same rod?
So A is embedded on top of B.
And A is sending C.
Yeah,
So basically,
Because
basically
A-
side by side.
because A is connected to C. If you look. So what happens is the main one, which is this one, is connected to B, which actually will, A is in the middle here, which will turn C. So yours are figuring this out. How do we do gear ratio? What formula do we use for that? Radius out over radius in. Okay? And also rotation in over rotation out. You probably don't have that formula yet because we haven't talked about gears enough. So here is where we have to figure this out. We've got to find what our N is for 3 and for A. Our N for C is 20 and our N for A is 10.
So to see that, you just count the spokes, right?
Correct.
The
I
key.
counted, that's what I did. I counted.
Yes,
the-
exactly. Okay? So now we've got that. So what is our R out number? 20, thank you. What is our R in? 10 equals? What's up top? How many gears do we have? 4. Over, and we don't know what this is, because we gotta solve that. Because that's what we're looking for. Okay? So we can do the same thing, right? 10 times 4 divided by 20.
40 divided by 22.
And what is our answer?
B.
2. Because 10 times 4 is 40, 40 divided by 20 is 2. Everybody good so far? Write you something, write you a note on your paper, anything that you can, because if you can use these to help you with the test, your notes are here for you. And may I suggest you to do it for 1 and 2 also, like we did for Monday and Tuesday. Make sure you go on there and watch those videos and take your notes. Okay, is everybody ready for number 5? If the driver D turns clockwise, what direction does gear C turn? Where's D at?
And you need more information, don't you?
No.
It doesn't tell you what A turns on. A is what turns C.
Well,
A is turning the
on
same
B.
as B.
Okay, so it turns follow on.
Okay, so put your answer on your board, please. It's okay, Hope. I love that, y'all know that already. So when you get done, let me see, A and A, okay? And you said A out loud, so we're all good. Okay. If a simple machine is frictionless environment requires more effort force than resistance force, then the mechanical advantage value would be, give me your letter, please, on your board. Thank you, sir. Okay, okay. 2 more people.
Can I change mine?
I was thoroughly uncertain.
2 more people. Show me what your answers are. On your
Yeah.
board.
It's down there, it's on
Good
there.
job.
Yeah, I read that wrong.
Yes, the answer is C. Thank you very much. Less than 1.
I was like, wait.
I'm like, B.
It's okay. If you need to write yourself a note, do that. If not, then we're going to go ahead and turn the paper over. Okay? Number 7 says, calculate the work needed to move the cart from the top of the inclined plane. So we have a picture of a wagon kind of thing or a train. And it actually shows us that we have says we have 15 feet here. Here, this has 20 pounds. This is 50 pounds. This is 4 feet. And then it shows this number here. So it's asking you to calculate the work needed to move the cart from to the top of the inclined plane. So we're going from here to here. What is the effort that's needed? What formula are we going to use? Write your formula on your board, please. Is that the formula that you have? We're trying to figure out what work is. That is force times distance. What is our force? Well, if I look at this little arrow right here, it tells me 20 pounds. That's my force. What is my distance? 15. So 20 times 15 is what?
300.
300 feet per pound.
So it's,
It is E, none of the above. Make sure you put your calculation on your paper so that you know it's E, none of the above. And make sure you write down that it's 300 foot per pound. Everybody good so far? I think these review sheets are really good. It kind of helps us a little bit more of getting all our information together. I promise you, you will see some of these questions again in a little different variety on your test. So I'm going to be taking these 4 worksheets, rearranging it a little bit, giving you a couple from each sheet, and you'll have to do the math. So if you have the answers to study with, it helps.
What day is that?
Well, I'm probably going to do it probably Monday for the people on A day and Wednesday for people on B day of next week. Sorry. Okay, so the next one says, calculate the efficiency of an inclined plane pictured above. Okay? So how do we calculate efficiency? What do we need?
AMA over IMA.
Yes. Thank you. IMA over AMA times 100. Okay, so we have to find IMA first, right?
AMA over IMA?
Would be AMA over
AMA
IMA.
over IMA.
Because IMA would be like the, does it say different on the sheet?
This AMA over IMA.
Yeah.
On an inclined plane, doesn't it?
But wouldn't it be AMA over IMA?
Let's keep going really quick. We might have to change it.
Well, this, I would think it would be AMA over IMA.
It is. We're gonna see,
Okay.
okay? Because I think I wrote it down wrong, but I want to do the calculation just to make sure it comes out. Is that okay? Okay, so let's just try to get AMA. What is AMA? What are we looking for AMA? Okay, force resistance over force effort. What is our force resistance on our picture?
60 pounds.
Was that 50?
That's 50. Yep, 50 pounds. Listen, I understand. What is our force effort? 20, because what we're looking about there is we're looking at this arrow and this arrow that's here at the top of the hill, right? Okay, so what is my number for my AMA?
2.5 or 2.5.
Okay, 2.5. All right, let's do IMA. How do you calculate IMA?
Force
D is
resistance. No.
E over.
Distance over effort and distance over resistance, right? Okay, what is my distance effort? 15, right? Because that's at the top. 15 feet.
Over 4,
What is my distance? I'm sorry, sir?
which is 4.
Which is 4. Okay. 15 divided by 4 is
3/75.
3.75. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So we believe now AMA over IMA. Do y'all agree? Because that's what that says over there. So based on that, what's my numbers? AMA is 2.5, IMA is 3.75 times 100. So I'm going to do alpha y enter to get my fraction. 2.5 over 3.75 times 100. I got 66.666667.
So it's A.
A.
Okay, so it is A. Good job, guys. Way to look at the wall. Okay? Everybody good? Please do me a favor, take a moment and write down what you need to write down on your paper. That'll help you when you take the tests. Can I erase this? Okay. All right. Next question. The wheel of a bicycle makes one full revolution. The radius of the wheel is 10 inches. Assume no slipping or slip between the wheel and the road. The distance traveled by the bike is. So, what are we going to draw? The wheel. What do we have?
The radius is 10 inches.
Okay.
So diameter.
So, for a circle, what are we going to do that for circumference?
Would that be
2 pi for the radius, right? Twice the pi of the radius. Okay? So our radius is 10, right? And then you have your pi, and then your 2. All right, what is my answer? 2 pi, and then 10. What did you get?
62.
62.83185,307, which would be 62.8. And the answer of that one would be B.
Couldn't we do for circumference just diameter times pi? Since it's my
Yeah.
fault. Because 2 of radius is just diameter.
Well,
To be fair,
actually,
then they give you the
yeah,
radius
it's 20
first,
times
so
3
it's-
is 60 is, yeah. It's
Yeah, it's the same thing. Thank you. This is where math plays into engineering. All right. Last one. A ramp is used to raise an object 3 feet from the ground. The base of the ramp is 10 inches long, the mechanical advantage. So let's draw our ramp on your paper. This time. So it says it's 3 feet from the ground. It says the base of the ramp is 10 feet long. And it's asking you for the mechanical advantage of that.
So it'd be MA equals.
Yep. Distance effort over distance resistance, correct.
The effort would be 10, correct?
Hmm.
Or 30.
Why do I have a 10.4 at the top?
You're raising it from the ground, so.
We have to do the Pythagoras theorem to find the, like, how long the longest side is.
You can. No, you can. So am I using 10 or 10.4?
10.4.
Very good, guys. Y'all were so, what did y'all do? Y'all have a good breakfast this morning?
I didn't even.
What is DR? 3. So 10.04 divided by 3 is what? Simple y.
I think it's C. but it
Four.
might be B.
Over 3. My answer was 3.46666667.
But 13.48, so C.
So would it have to be 6?
Or
Oh, it's
would it
gonna
be
be
none
none
of
of these,
these?
it's gonna be none of these.
Well, I mean, if it's off by a 1/100th.
Okay, so, yeah, if it's off by 1/100. Really, if you want to do it right, because this is a 6, right? But this 6 is what's deciding it. So you can say none of the above, or you can say C. C is the correct answer on here. But if you put none of the above and you put this answer, it still would be right. All right? All right, take your stuff back to your room, back to your desk. Kate, you will need to get on and do vocabulary list number 2 today. And then just make sure that you submit it, okay, Kate? All right, have a good day, baby.
Bye.
Bye.